Hey guys, it's RJ the Fed. I'm back for another video. I know it's been a while. We've been doing a lot of live streams instead of videos, but we do need to make some more videos, so here we are this morning. We got the shirt sent to us. It's our shirt, but it's from Bourbon Hall. So Wade from Bourbon Hall, he had the shirt made up and sent over to me. It's super comfortable. I actually really like this. The text came out pretty good. The man of the people. Hat looks good. Stash looks good. So I do like this. So if I can't get something going where we get some merch, might be reaching out to Wade and see what we can do about getting some merch out for myself. So we'll see whatever he uses for his connections. We got the Glen holder from Troy and Laura from Baker Drinks. Troy's talented handiwork. We got our Panda Glen and we got our AJ's on Main Glen today. Bring this over. Hopefully this is in frame. Maybe I'll slide over just a tad. We got the Crown Royal box out, guys. We got all kinds of samples in here. We're going to try to pick two samples that we've never tried before. So safe bet is that some of these have plastic on them, so we know for a fact we haven't had those. So I'm going to grab two of the ones with plastic on them, and we're going to do a double bottle review. Let's grab from the right side, I think. 107 and 115 proof. I'm going to try to grab similar proof points. 116. This one doesn't have the proof on it. 92 proof, that's a lighter one. 116. Let's do these two because they're the exact same proof. We're slowly going to work our way through all of these anyways, but we're going to try to keep similar proof points. This will be our first and second sip of the day, starting it out early at 9 a.m. Remember, guys, if you want to drink all day, you got to start early. If you don't start early, you're not drinking all day. So we got a K-Luke High Rye Low Rye blend, batch number 7, 116.4 proof, courtesy of the Dawn, and another one courtesy of the Dawn. We've got a Tumblin Dice Single Barrel Heritage Selection Barrel Proof, 116.04 proof. So just couple proof points off. It's not. I thought they were exact same. It's 0.04 versus 0.4. So we got 0.36 difference. But the Tumblin Dice, I was at a different subscriber's house a couple weeks back, I guess, almost a month ago, and I had dinner with his family, but we were drinking some stuff, and he had some Tumblin Dice. He had the green wax around that bottle. That was the rye, and I really enjoyed that one. He also had the red one. I'm not sure if the red one is a single barrel or not, but if it is, this might be very similar. But this one, I'll be excited though, because the Tumblin Dice, it did drink a little hot, and I told the subscriber that I was drinking with, like, just add a single ice cube into it to help dilute it. It'll help mute some of that oakiness and some of that spice, and it'll soften it up because it's going to, one, cool the temperature of the whiskey, but two, it's going to dilute it as that ice cube melts, which will definitely change that profile. So let's crack open this K-Luke. Dave said just twist off next time, idiot. Don't fumble with the plastic, and then the plastic will come off afterwards. So we've learned a new trick now, so if it's on a sample bottle, we don't struggle anymore. Pour up a little bit of that. Gotta warm up that palate with 116 proof. Might be a little high proof to warm up with. Just keep twisting and it'll come right off, is what he said, and he has not steered me wrong. So we've learned something new now. We just twist and pull. I don't know if it'll work with bottles. It might make a mess with a bottle if we do a fresh cork pop. If we just twist and pull, some of those plastics on the bottles are a lot harder, but the sample bottles will come right off. So we got Tumblin Dice on the right, K-Luke on the left, or I should say K-Luke and the Panda, Tumblin Dice and the AJ's, because left and right on camera is going to be a little bit different for you guys, but my left, your right. Okay. Let's start with the K-Luke, because I know that won't be familiar with me at all, because I don't think I've had hardly any K-Lukes. I'm excited too, because it's a blend of high rye, low rye. And I picked up a high rye the other day. It's Redwood Empire, the Devil's Tower. I picked that bottle up, so we'll be drinking that on a live stream probably tonight. I don't know if this video will be out tonight or today for that to hit tonight, but we definitely need to pump out some content, so this will be the first one of the day. So let's try this K-Luke. And it's okay to do ryes and bourbons, guys. It's not it's not necessarily a comparison, it's just a double bottle review. So I'm reviewing one and then reviewing the other. They just happen to be in the same frame, so it's not that I'm comparing them to each other. The proof point's the only thing that I would think the proof point's probably the only thing similar between these two. Very, very sweet on the nose, a little bit of spice from that rye, but not much. Tell me, guys, down in the comments, what makes something a high rye and what makes something a low rye, and then why would someone like K-Luke decide to blend them together? Does that make it for an excellent blend? I mean, we're getting ready to try it, so we'll be able to figure that out for ourselves, but I'm just curious on what makes them high rye versus low rye. Maybe the mash bill on how much rye is actually in it. Very warm. A little bit of cinnamon to it. A lot of earthiness, a lot of dark, earthy, oaky tones. Maybe some dried fruit in there. It definitely has a sweet tone to it, but overall, the flavor profile that I'm getting is it's almost very bitter. It's very viscous, though. Really coats the glass nicely. Coats the palate exceptional. It's got a good flavor, but it's very, very warm and earthy. I bet this would be really pleasant, like on a cold winter's night, trying to warm up. If you just sip on this all night long. I can't decide if I like it, though. We are going to try to change up how we do reviews on bottles too, so our reviewing system will be a little bit different, but we'll try to finish this one first and then move to this one. We won't bounce back and forth just because we got a rye versus a bourbon. So I didn't look anything up about this bottle. I don't know what this bottle's worth. I don't know anything about it. Here's how the reviews are going to start going on the channel. Hopefully these will be informative to you guys that watch me on a regular basis, the subscriber base for sure. But I also want it to be very informative to the guys that are newer to the channel. So if we do a review on a live, it'll be for the subscribers for the most part. But if we do a review like we're doing for this video, we're going to try to have a new ranking system or new rating system, and it's going to be a little bit different. So a couple subscribers, we were talking in Discord on how I could do this. I don't think I hit either perspectives or either sides 100%. I tried to find something that was kind of in the between, because I have to think about it from a mind of a subscriber. So trying this K-Luke High Rye Low Rye blend, batch number 7, 116.4 proof. The question is going to be, would I buy it, would I not? Do I like it, yes or no? I do like it, so I'm going to say yes. Would I buy it? Buying is subjective now, because now the question isn't just, is the whiskey good? Do I like the whiskey? It's the price point. So we don't know the price of this one, so this will be a good review for this one. Based on what I'm tasting, do I like it? Yes. Would I buy it? Subjective on price. So I don't know the price of this one, but we're going to put a number on it anyways. I think for what it is, K-Luke High Rye Low Rye blend. I'm finally getting some coffee chocolate notes too now, so it's definitely got some more complexity that's slowly opening up as it sits in the glass. I have to assign a value to it. Now, if I know the value and the value I assign to it is higher, then obviously it's a buy. So if this bottle was a $60 to $70 bottle, I would say this is a buy. So we got a yes, I like it, $60 to $70 price point, I would buy it. And then the third question that we're going to try to answer, we'll try to be more consistent. I should probably write notes down so I can do this consistently. In fact, I do have a pen. So the first question is, do I like it? And the answer is yes. The second question is, would I buy it? The answer is also yes. And then price, I'm willing to pay. I think around $60 to $70, this is a buy. And then the question becomes, what's the most I would pay? So The interesting part on the what's the most I would pay, the reason why we worded the question that way is because we're going to try to avoid, and we're going to say it in this video for this sake, guys, so bear with me, secondary market. It shouldn't exist, guys. People should be able to go and buy whiskey for what it's supposed to be worth, but that's just not the nature of it. Supply and demand. Some stores price gouge. Some people flip. It happens, guys. First question though, do I like it? Yes. Would I buy it? Yes. Price I'd be willing to pay, $60 to $70. What's the absolute most I would pay for this bottle? I would say $80. If I saw this on the shelf for below $80, I think this is a buy, and I would buy, because this, at first, I would think it would probably be around a $60 bottle, but as I finish the Glen, there's a lot more complexity to it, so the more that I'm getting out of it, the more enjoyable it is for me. So that is good. Bear with me, guys. I'll probably clip part of this out. We're just going to check to make sure our camera's still rolling, because we haven't done a video in a long time, so we're hoping that we're still recording. I also get some coffee, chocolate, and like toffee notes. So it's kind of like Cocoa Pebbles, like the cereal, with some chocolate milk. I'm kind of getting that vibe from it now, so this is starting to be more enjoyable. We might actually pour some more of this up later tonight. Alright guys, we are still rolling. I was just making sure our camera's still rolling because we haven't done this in forever. We're at about 11-minute mark. We have our decision for that K-Luke. We like it, we'll buy it. $60, $70 bottle, max we pay probably $80 to $90 for it. Tumblin dice now. This is a single barrel heritage selection, barrel proof, 116.04 proof. Moving to a bourbon. Interesting too on that rye from that K-Luke is that last tasting note, that coffee chocolate notes. That's not normal for a rye for my impressions on what I've tried. So very unique, very, very forward on that. I like that. Ooh, this Tumblin dice smells pretty good. Drinking it out of the AJ's on Main Glen, guys. If you haven't been to AJ's on Main, they're in Texas, in Grapevine, Texas, off of Main Street. Right next to the railroad track, just on the other side of the track going towards Main Street, you'll see a little building on the right, and then right past that first street on the corner right there is AJ's on Main. It's very, very close. And when you go to like the Grape Fest or the Wine Festival, stuff like that, any of their festivals, when you walk into that entrance from that side, they're like one of the first businesses on the right. You guys can't miss them. They are awesome. Ooh. Very typical bourbon notes. For 116.04 proof, it drinks very light up front on the palate, but slowly develops on the palate too, to be reminding you that you're drinking 116 proof whiskey. It does cut the glass nicely. It has a good flavor to it. Not too heavy, not too light. Like I said, it's light up front, but it develops towards the middle of the palate. It's got a finish to it. The finish is definitely sitting there for a minute. I like it though. But I've had better. Now, I don't know how much this Tumblin dice is, at least the single barrel heritage selection. I think I've seen that specs the most. I remember the rye and how much that one is. That one goes up to like $90, $94. But the bourbon, I don't think was as much, but I want to say it was like an $80 bottle. And I'll be honest, drinking this, like I don't think this is an $80 bottle. For $60 to $70, I think you can get a regular one, but I think because this is a single barrel heritage selection, I have a feeling that this one's going to be a little bit more pricey. So we're going to ask our questions for a review. This one's going to be a lot shorter because we're doing a double bottle review. So we got one review. That one took longer. We explained some stuff. The second one's going to be a little bit more straightforward. Do we like it? I like it. I mean, it's typical bourbon notes. It's got some complexity to it. It's a single barrel. It's supposed to be a heritage selection, so I do like it. Would I buy it? I think I would, but it would have to be at the right price. I don't think I would spend too much on it. So the price I'd be willing to pay for this would probably be around $60. If this was $60 or less, I would probably buy it. I have a feeling, because it's a single barrel heritage selection, that it's probably more than that. So that brings us to the final question. What is the most I would pay for this bottle? Well, if I think the price I'd be willing to pay was $60, Like that's like a good going rate all day, every day. The most I would pay wouldn't be much higher, maybe 65 or $70. In fact, I might just say that my most, like, the most I would pay would be $60. Like, I think it's worth $60. I think that would be the most I'd be willing to pay. I don't think I would go over that. I say willing to pay, and most I would pay. I know that might be similar to you guys, and it is, but the willing to pay would be like if I walked into a store, I saw this bottle on a shelf, I'm going to grab it, no hesitation, I'm going to buy it. The most I would pay would be me like, I'm going to be scratching my skin as I swipe my credit card or hand them the cash to buy the bottle because of secondary, which, like I said, after this video, we're going to try to avoid using the term secondary, but hopefully you guys will have a good feeling on the price I'm willing to pay. What I think the bottle's worth, $60 is my number right there. That might not be what it's worth as far as the bottle on the shelf, but that's what it's worth to me. That's what I would pay. And then the most I would pay, I think I'd say $60, $65. I don't think I'm going to raise that price too much because it's whiskey. It's good whiskey. I think it's above and beyond the entry levels or the everyday shelfers. I just don't think it's exceptional, so I'm not going to push to that price point of $80. I don't think it's worth $80, but that's my take on it. And that's something to take away, guys. Remember, on reviews, it's the perspective of the reviewer. You guys might have a different opinion. You guys might think this is crap, or you might think this is the best thing ever. You might think that's the next Pappy Van Winkle or the BTAC. So try it for yourself, but if you like some of my reviews and you start following some of these reviews, we're going to try to use this little cheat sheet so I can try to be consistent. Hopefully you guys like that, and if you have a palate similar to mine, you'll know based off of what I chase from what subscribers sent me or what I buy, which you might like. So this is RJ the Fed signing out. This is a double bottle review of the K-Luke High Rye Low Rye Blend, batch number 7, a Tumblin Die Single Barrel Heritage Selection Barrel Proof. So I'll see you guys next time.